Sahanau Gunattu Sahaviryamkaravavahai Yasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. There are two people making two different statements about the same thing. One person says it is rope. Another person says it is snake. Now there is a argument. We have to establish who is correct, because both cannot be correct. Both cannot say to you it is rope, to me it is snake. According to you it is rope, according to me it is snake. So we agree to disagree. That is also not possible. So we need to establish whose statement is correct. So what do we do? We take a torchlight. And then the boy says what? Don't carry only torchlight. Carry one stick as well. This is what the boy will say. Right? You will say you will not carry a stick also along with you. When you say there is hope, you would not be carrying a stick with you. But the boy will insist on taking a stick. In case there is a real snake, then how can you chase that snake away? You cannot show a torchlight on that and chase the snake. So the boy will say, I will carry a stick with me. You will carry torchlight with you. How you will approach towards that, and how that boy will approach towards that, to the north corner under the tree of your lawn. How you will go there, how he will go, there is a difference. Relaxed. Every step of his is fearful. So this is how he will come, so you will go. So once you go there, you like on that. What happens now? The snake disappears. To whom? To you. To that boy, he says, first reaction of his will be what? He's not going to be jumping with joy. First reaction of his is going to be that of shyness. He said, yeah. I was feeling ashamed. Will not be, I am so satisfied now. This is not what his reaction will be. Shame is his reaction. So here we come to one understanding. What is it? If the snake were to be real, on that is not going to drive that snake away. Now, if that snake disappears, what does it mean? It means the snake that I thought to be there is not real. So the dispute is resolved. That extra light that you are carrying with you is what is Vedanta, we'll say. In that example, it's very easy. When you follow the example, in that example, it looks very sequential, very logical there. Correct, sir? So what is that light? Then we give the connection to light. Light means knowledge, understanding. So with knowledge, what happens? Knowledge is like light. So what is the light doing? Light illumines. Similarly, knowledge also illumines. So you understand the reality. All that looks fine. But then there is a problem. In the example, rope is outside, the snake is outside, the torchlight is outside, everything is outside. Right? When you come to the application here, to the idea, what we are trying to explain, Vedanta says the snake is the world that you are experiencing. The rope is Brahman. So you have misunderstood the rope to be the snake. You have misunderstood Brahman to be world. For all purpose, the chapter should be over with this. Jump into the next idea. Okay. So what are we supposed to do now, sir? You only said what you need to carry a torchlight. Similarly, what are we supposed to do? Carry Vedanta. So Vedantic knowledge is the answer for that. So with more understanding of Vedanta, more understanding of the scripture, you will be able to realize that the snake, the world, is not world. Then what is it? It is Brahman. Then we have seen that already, how that progression happens from plurality, how you come to transcend plurality and come to duality, and then plurality to duality, and from duality, don't say that you go to singular. You say you drop the duality. So plurality to duality, we saw that. That is Savikalpa Samadhi. Then you are in duality. When you drop the duality, you have transcended the intrinsic illusion also. You have reached this Nirvikalpa Samadhi. All fine. But then we say, sir, the Vedantic knowledge you are gaining where? Don't say from your class. Class only, no, sir. You're gaining from the world only, no? The teacher is sitting outside, he is teaching from outside, you read a book is outside. All this is from the world only you're deriving. You are gaining this knowledge from the world. Now comes a tricky issue. If Vedanta is also part of the world and world is illusion, Vedanta also illusion. Because by virtue of the fact that it is also from the world, it is also part of the world. So we ask this, we wonder, sir, how is this possible? Why are you saying that you have to pay attention to Vedanta, study Vedanta? Why you are saying that? Because Vedanta also illusion. Vedanta also illusion, then why pay extra attention, extra value? Because everything is illusion only. If you say everything is illusion, then Vedanta also illusion, then why we have to give extra weightage to Vedanta? That is the next question. We are not asking, he is asking. Because as far as we are concerned, chapter is over with that. Did God create the world? We said no, God did not create. Then how the creation happened? We say it is illusion. And there are two types of illusion. There are two ways of getting over illusion. And then with what you will get over illusion is with this knowledge, you will get over illusion. Then give me knowledge. Straight away we jump in. He says, no, wait. There is one more issue we have. Plus you resolve that also, you will never be able to have the conviction on why you have to value Vedanta more than other things. That's what the next topic we have to see today. Why heed illusion? So far, this is the equation. This is what we have seen. So now he is asking, why heed illusion? Yeah.
Why heed an illusion? If the world is a mere illusion, then all that goes with the world is illusory. That being so, then Vedanta and its philosophy also become a part of the illusion. How then can it carry any more credibility, any more importance than the rest of the illusion? What respect and regard can Vedanta boast of when it is just an aspect of an illusory projection? Why heed this part of the illusion? Why hang on to Vedanta alone? How can one part of the illusion pull you out of the entire illusion? It is a pertinent question. Vedanta provides a brilliant answer. It is true that the knowledge and philosophy imparted by Vedanta is a part of the illusory world, but it has one distinction which all other parts of the illusion lack. Its unique character is highlighted in one potent simile, svapnasimhavat, which means like a dream lion. The philosophy of Vedanta is compared to the lion. Imagine a dreamer suddenly encounters a lion in the dream. The lion is a part of the dream world, a figment of imagination like the rest of the dream. But the lion in the dream has one distinct character which is denied to other parts of the dream. It is its faculty to catapult the dreamer from the dreaming state to the waking state. When the lion pounces on the dreamer, he is startled, terrified. He jumps out of the bed. The lion wakes him up, as it were. The dream lion is no doubt a part of the dream, but it has the ability to swallow up the entire dream, itself vanishing in the act. Vedanta plays the role of the dream lion in the world. Its chaste knowledge is admittedly a part of the illusory world, but it has the unique power to dissolve the entire world, dissolving itself in the process. That transports the waker to God consciousness, to the ultimate spiritual enlightenment.
This is the answer. Why you have to pay attention to this part of illusion versus all other parts of illusion? Was a beautiful example. Svapnasimhavat. Simha, lion, but means like. Like the dream lion. Vedanta also works exactly like the dream lion. What do we extract from that? Is lion is part and parcel of the dream, isn't it? Lion is not coming from, not like alarm clock. Alarm rings and you wake up. Not in that sense here. Alarm rings from somewhere outside the dream. Here it is not like that. Here it is the lion that is chasing you in the dream is, in fact, it doesn't even have to chase, just have to appear. So it doesn't have to chase you and all that for that. Lion is inside the dream. From where it came from the dream only. It is part of the dream only. Like the jungle you have, that is also part of dream, no? You are sitting in that moonlight in the dream, enjoying the full moonlight. That moonlight is also dream. The forest where you are resting, camping is also dream. The campfire that you have in front of you is also part of the dream. So there is the quiet forest, there is this beautiful full moon, there is a fantastic breeze that is coming in the dream. Also, there is that campfire in front of you, there is the chillness, there is warmth, the combination of that warmth and chillness, all that is also dream. Along with that, one more thing added in the dream is lion. The roar of the lion. Right. Suddenly what happened? You fall from the bed and wake up. Right. Now, what is the difference between the moonlight of the dream, the warmth and the chillness combination that you are enjoying there? What is that? That is also dream only. Lion is also dream. What is the difference between that and this? The only difference is lion pushed you out. Yes, that full moon, the quietness, the chillness and that warmth and the freshness that you are experiencing in the dream, all those things, what do they do? Those things force you to stay in the dream longer. Right? All other aspects of the dream forces you to stay in the dream. Whereas the lion in the dream forces you to get out. Right. That is the difference. The basic difference is this. The first one is to understand is that lion is not coming from outside. The lion is part of the dream. No doubt it is part of the dream. But then this lion has the capacity, a unique power it has. The unique power of that lion is to wake you up. All other aspects of the dream keep. That is the second point you need to remember. The first one, the lion is part of the dream. Second point is this. Then the third point. Third aspect of this example is wake up. All the illusory dream vanishes along with all other illusory dream aspects vanishing. The lion also vanishes. Lion also disappears. Lion is not going to say that I am going to be, see, I am the one who had helped you to get out of the dream. Therefore, carry me with you. Lion will not force itself on you to carry itself. It will push you out of the dream. In that process, that lion also disappears. Lion is not going to save itself and destroy all other aspects. This also gets lost. This also vanishes. That's the question. Now the fourth point. What does that lion do to wake you up? Isn't it? Next question we ask. Okay, how did this lion go, pushed you out? The shock, isn't it? The fear, the discomfort. All other things are keeping you in the dream. Why? Because all those things are providing you comfort. The lion injected what? Lion gave you a shock. That shock, you wake up. That fear, you wake up. Same way, Vedanta also does something. This also gives you a real shock. A strong sense of discomfort it gives. What is a strong sense of discomfort? Shocking thing that Vedanta reveals is, Vedanta shows to us is, what it does to us is, we are so convinced with the reality of the world. Reality of our individuality. We are so convinced about it. Because it is there. Why? I'm seeing it now. The proof is very simple. What is the proof of it, sir? I'm seeing it now. But you are seeing, correct. You are seeing what? Seeing, correct. You are seeing what? This is where the problem comes. Process of inquiry, investigations, and giving you powerful reasons. It exposes that you have no idea about what the world is, and you have what you are also. Do not know, because all that we can think of is only two things. Our surety is about the world. Second one is we are sure about ourselves. I know the world and I know myself. I'm there. Both we are so convinced about. What this knowledge does is, it suddenly comes and says, look here, what you think you are is not what you are. Right? What do you think about yourself? What do you think of the world is not what it is. Then what are you thinking about the world? You are thinking about the world in a particular way. What is our thinking of the world? Our thinking of the world in a very simple manner and a very technical analysis. Primary analysis and what we call as fundamental analysis and technical analysis. Same way, if you see, fundamental analysis is what? I have the genuine belief that I know my world. I know the world. The world in the sense of what? I know about the things and I know about the beings around me. I know them, sir. I know what my wife is. I know her. This is what she is. All wives' complaint is what? My husband never understands me. This is the common complaint of, universal complaint of every wife. It's only a question of less or more. Either they say that, some of them don't say it. But fundamentally, everyone thinks what? You have not understood what I am. That's why we have to go on telling to people. See, this is not what I meant. They say something, they immediately have to say, no, this is not what I meant. This is not what I meant. Why? Because every understanding that we have about things and beings is not clear. Why is it clear? Because we are not seeing only what is there. We are adding something to that, modifying something to it. Something, delete something, or change something. And then that to be this. So there is always a subjective value addition to every object and every being. Person who is working in the bank, the teller, when he's counting cash, he counts that perfectly. There's no problem. And when he takes that money to buy jewelry, cash they used to carry, to buy. There he will go and count again. He is the one who counted that and packed it in the home at home. He comes here and counts again and asks another person to verify that. He's working in the bank. Why? He's counting the bank. There is no problem. Why there is no problem? When I am counting my money, there is a problem. We make a mistake, or at least I suspect a possibility of a mistake. Yes, in the bank, he will not do that. He is not going to do. Why? Something else gets added, right? Something else gets added. Or in another cases, something else will get deleted from what is there. Something gets discounted. We don't count it. Don't talk about all that here. We delete something. We discount something, or something gets modified. We change that. All these things we are adding, and then we are saying this is what that person is, this is what that situation is, this is what that object is, this is what being is. This is fundamental analysis. Then when you come to the technical analysis, we say what the world, when you talk about, we say the world means, life means experiences. Experiences means it has to be happening in that framework. What is the framework? There has to be time, there has to be space, and then there has to be causality, cause and effect relationship, without which it is not possible. So all our understanding about the world is what? Is a time, space, causation. And then we have one problem. Go back to the first topic. Describe time, immediately we will say eternal. Space, all pervading. Cause and effect, infinity. Cause, that goes. Effect, it goes. So backwards and forwards, you don't know. Time cannot define. This we cannot define, that we cannot define. But then we say all this is happening within that framework. The moment we recognize that, say, is actually my wife. In Bhajagovinda we say, no, kate kanta. Who's your son? Inquire. Like that we ask here. Now, what is the shock that you get is, suddenly we come to a conclusion that I am not able to clearly define a certain definiteness with reference to the world. I'm not having that. Also, when you come to you, okay, you don't understand your wife. At least you understand you. We ourselves to be what? We take ourselves to be a limited individual. Restricted individual we are. This is what the belief is. The restrictions are, if that is your real nature, all these reasonings we have done already, okay? All this we have studied in the chapter self-inquiry. If you are actually a limited individual, if that is truth, then comfortable with that limitation, isn't it? Right. Like we give this example, no, that 4 feet coil spring. If it is 4 feet, in that 4 feet, how it will be? There is no pressure, nothing. You take another spring which is of 6 feet. Then this spring, if it comes to 6 feet, there is no pressure. Correct. If your real nature were to be limited, bound, then you should be comfortable with it. But none of us are comfortable with anything that is binding us. All the effort that we are putting in is only to experience that boundless freedom. Freedom without any boundaries. This is what every effort of us is. If limitation is your real nature, then you should be comfortable with limitation. Only that. You should be uncomfortable with freedom. If you say, no, the domesticated animal, you cannot take them and leave them in the forest and come back. They can sue you if you do that. Why? It is domesticated. After it has been domesticated, it cannot live in that freedom. Now, if we are really that type, then what we should be? We should be comfortable with limitation and also uncomfortable with freedom. Be in bondage, and I should get disturbance from freedom. But what we are experiencing is exactly opposite. So therefore, we ask this question: what is your real nature? Every reasoning that Vedanta gives, every bit of this knowledge coming into you, more and more you start understanding this, that gives a shock. That shock will wake you up. That is the dimension of it. How is it going to wake you up, sir? It wakes you up through that. There is a fifth point. There is a direct cause and effect relationship between seed, tree. Tree, seed. Correct. It's a cause and effect. Just seed, and coconut seed will produce coconut tree. Mango seed will produce mango tree. And mango trees will produce only mango seeds. Suddenly we will not find in in a mango tree, we are seeing one side there is strawberries, other side there is coconut hanging, other side papaya hanging. It doesn't happen like that. Alfonso mango seed produces only Alfonso mango seeds. Right? Badami will not come. There is a clear cause and effect relationship. Correct? Same way, is there a direct cause and effect relationship between the appearance of lion and waking up? If you are a person who is working in this, circus, taming lions, training them. In you, if the lion appears, what happens? Will you wake up? That's what. It means, sir, always in everyone, when lion appears, the person will wake up. Is there a direct relationship? There is no direct relationship. There is no direct cause and effect relationship between the appearance of lion in the dream and you waking up. Right. Same way, sir, everyone who is coming in contact with Vedanta will wake up, will realize necessarily. One. Another thing is, okay, there may be something wrong with that person, sir. Okay, something wrong with that student, something wrong with that seeker. That is why he is not using. Suppose if you use Vedanta properly, then you will. Even then, there is no cause and effect relationship. It's not that only for those people who do not know how to make use of Vedanta. Even if you make use of Vedanta, there is no direct cause and effect between the two. From this, we derive one more point. 5A, 5B. A person who is moving from one state to another state, is waking to dream, dream to deep sleep to waking, deep sleep to dream, dream to waking, all that movements. All these movements were happening without the effort on your part. What is it that you have to do to dream? You cannot decide, tonight I am going to have this dream. And that dream comes. And once the dream comes up to this point, not like that that movie they did, Inception. Not. Can't say at that point you wake up and everybody wakes up. It doesn't happen like that. Your entry into the dream and you exit from dream is not happening through effort. There is no conscious effort possibility with reference to your entry or exit. This rule is applied to all the three states. So you can't decide. You will come out of dream, but will you be waking up or you will go to deep sleep? come out of dream. That's what these people say, the science. They say in a day you go through various cycles. There are moments you actually wake up also. You touch the waking and then fall back to sleep. Touch the waking and fall back to sleep. What is driving you? All this is not your effort. Then what is driving that, sir? Vedanta, that is depending on the pressure of your vasana. Depends on the pressure of vasanas. Vasanas going unmanifest is deep sleep. Vasanas partially manifesting, dream. Vasanas fully manifesting, waking. This is the accounting we have. Expression of vasana, dream and waking is expression of vasana. Only difference is what? One is partial expression, another one is full expression. But both are coming out of vasanas, deep sleep. So, effort is not going to take you. You can't consciously decide. All that it simply means is you can't consciously decide. This is the dream I'm going to have tonight. You can't decide. It's not in your hands. So you coming out of the dream, frightened and all that is effortless. Is this the way you moving out of from plurality to duality and dropping duality happens? That's not the way. Here it has to be a conscious effort of yours. There has to be this consistent effort. The consistency that you are going to be maintaining in your effort alone will help you. One side. Other side of the same thing, it says there is no direct cause and effect relationship. This is where we get confused. Say, sir, either you say it's not in your efforts at all. Like Chandogya Upanishad says, Brahman decides to whom he should reveal. So it is the decision of Brahman. It's not yours. So you can't do anything there. One side. On the other side, it says it's purely effort only will help you to get out. It's not like that. You can't take a stand like how you get out of the dream. From dream I am waking up effortlessly, sir. Similarly, from this illusion also I will get to the fourth effortlessly. And they say, no, you have to put an effort here. Why? Why? There's no need of effort. It's not out of your effort that you are moving from dream to waking. Yes, from the third state to the fourth state, if you have to go, you have to put an effort. But at the same time, there is no direct cause and effect relationship. So first we will see why this is. Next we can go to that point. First resolve the first question. Why is it that you have to put in effort? Suppose if you don't have to put in any effort, let's say, put up all the classes. You don't have to study Vedanta. You don't have to do any work. You don't have to go through this process of karma yoga, bhakti yoga, then jnana yoga, then you have to do this Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, And then you have to do in between. They ask, sir, what about this dhyana? What about this asana? What about that pranayama? And then you people talk about some, qualities to be developed. Sadhana chatushtaya, this one, that one, so many things I have to do. So if I do all that, will I get? There's no cause and effect relationship. Since there is no cause and effect relationship, can I relax? No, that is also not possible. So first we will see why this is not so. Then we can go to the next question. First thing is why this is the case? Because from waking, dream, deep sleep, this is happening within conditions. Wait, you're only moving like a prisoner moving inside the prison. Inside the prison, you move. But if you have to go outside that wall, then rules are different, isn't it? Inside the prison, from one place to another place, within that walls, for me, should I be sleeping in this corner or should I be sleeping in that corner or this corner, is different from inside the prison to freedom, outside prison. The three states that we are talking about is all these three states were conditioned states of any effort. There is no special effort in the sense of no special effort. There is no special effort that is necessary here. Whereas moving from this conditioned states to the unconditioned state is totally different equation. Therefore, you need special effort. Therefore, we have, let's say, okay, sir. But then there's no cause and effect between the effort that I'm putting in, effort in the sense learning Vedanta and all that. All the associated sadhanas that you do, everything put together. And already we have seen that. What is the limitation of all other systems and what is the advantage of Vedanta? All other systems help you to come up to Savikalpa Samadhi. Only Vedanta helps you to come to Nirvikalpa Samadhi, meaning transcending the intrinsic illusion also. So might as well take to Vedanta only. Why go to other things and then come halfway through and then come back here? Then it is might as well take that. Imagine from Bangalore, you are going to take a flight to New York. Take the same flight in Delhi. The same flight. You might as well book in the same flight from Bangalore to New York. Why go through some another flight, one domestic flight? Then you have to check in with the domestic one here. Then you have to get out of the domestic terminal, go to that international terminal in Delhi. And then the problem of weight, carrying, how much you are allowed to carry. And anyway, you are going to take the same flight, which is taking off from Bangalore. It's better to take this flight. Same way is all the efforts. That's why we are just taking Vedanta as one system, which helps a person from the scratch to transcending intrinsic illusion. And you have to follow the whole system. Your effort in following the whole system, all that is included in that effort. All that effort that you are going to be putting in, all these efforts are what? is put in by the equipments. It is the equipment that is putting in the effort. You are using the body, you are using your mind, you are using your buddhi, intellect. So either you are using your body, actions, or you are using your emotions, or you are using your thinking, intellect. All these three are limited. So if the equipments are limited, the efforts of the equipment also has to be what? Limited. If effort is also limited, the equipment is limited, therefore the effort is limited. If the effort is finite and limited, the result also has to be what? The effect also has to be finite cause, finite effect only. Finite cause cannot be producing infinite effect. And realization is what? Brahman is what? Is infinite. Now, how there can be a direct cause and effect relationship possible? It is not possible. Then what is this effort doing? The effort is not bringing that infinity. Then what is it doing, sir? It only removes the finite obstacle. The obstacle is finite. Therefore, your effort to remove that obstacle can be finite. With finite effort, you can remove the finite obstacle. That all happens. But then, once the obstacle is removed, the self reveals itself. Why? Because the nature of Brahman, we have seen already that. It is Swayam Prakasha. Like sun. When sun comes up, what happens? Sun is everything. Also, it illumines itself. You don't need another light to see sun. Sunlight itself is enough. Sunlight illumines everything, also sun. That's why we call it as Swayam Prakash, stars. It's not a planet, it is a star. So the fifth aspect is what? You see, there is no direct cause and effect. At the same time, without effort, you cannot wake up. Like how effortlessly you are waking up from dream. First, only lion walked on you. You didn't do anything in the dream. The lion woke you up. Same way, can you say that here, Vedanta by itself will wake the person up? No. You have to put an effort. Now, immediately you'll say, effort is, so my effort is producing, is my effort is taking me? No. So, one side, it is effort. On the other side, it is not your effort. That's where this ignorance, darkness is enveloping the light, as it were. How it has been covered, right? A light is being blanketed by a cloth. So when you remove that cloth, the light illumines. And you see that light also. You don't need the source of the light. So both gets illumined, automatic. Why you have to pay attention to Vedanta is because Vedanta has the unique property as it of Vedanta. Even though it is part of the dream, the uniqueness of Vedanta is and wake you up. Therefore, hold on to Vedanta. That is the message.